A powerful winter storm lashed the northern United States, triggering the closure of interstate highways from Arizona to Wyoming and knocking out power to hundreds of thousands of people. It prompted the first blizzard warning in Southern California in decades. Few places were untouched by the wild weather, including some at the opposite extreme. Long-standing record highs were broken in cities in the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic, and Southeast. About 280,000 properties were without power across the country, according to the US power outage. US, almost half of them in Michigan, where snow, sleet, and freezing rain were icing power lines, making them vulnerable to gusting winds. The wintry mix hit hard in the northern US, closing schools and offices, even shutting down the Minnesota legislature. Travel was difficult. The weather contributed to more than 1,600 US flight cancellations, according to the tracking service FlightAware. More than 400 were due to arrive or depart from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Around 5,000 plus flights were delayed across the country. The World Health Organization says one woman dies every 2 minutes during pregnancy or childbirth, according to the latest data, with too few countries in the world managing to substantially reduce maternal death rates since 2016. The report, Trends in Maternal Mortality, showed that while there was a significant progress in reducing maternal deaths between 2000 and 2015, those gains stalled or were even reversed in the 5 years to 2020. The report, which tracks maternal deaths nationally, regionally, and globally from 2000 to 2020, showed that in 2 of the 8 United Nations regions, Europe and North America, and Latin America and the Caribbean, the maternal mortality rate increased from 2016 to 2020 by 17% and 15% respectively. Elsewhere, the rate stagnated. 2 regions did make progress. In Australia and New Zealand, the maternal death rates dropped by 35%, while in Southern Asia, it fell by 16%. Severe bleeding, high blood pressure, pregnancy-related infections, complications from unsafe abortion, and underlying conditions can be aggravated by pregnancy were the leading causes of maternal deaths, the report said, noting that such conditions were largely preventable and treatable. In a raid on the city in the occupied West Bank on Wednesday, Israeli troops killed 11 Palestinians, including at least 4 gunmen and 4 civilians, and wounded more than 100 people. Israel has now bombed the Gaza Strip after the Palestinian fighters launched several rockets from the besieged coastal enclave amid tensions over the Israeli raid. The strikes occurred shortly after 6 a.m. in Nablus, and the same was confirmed by the Israeli military in a statement. The attack sent plumes of black smoke rising over one of the targeted locations north of Gaza City. Hours earlier, rockets fired from the Gaza Strip lit up the night sky and triggered sirens in the Israeli city of Sderot and Ashkelon. One other rocket landed in the open fields. The Israeli military said that the Israeli troops shot back after coming under fire while trying to detain militants suspected of planning imminent attacks. The army added that no Israeli casualties were reported. Palestinian sources said that 2 Islamic Jihad commanders were killed along with other gunmen in the Wednesday raids. The fatalities included 4 civilians, among them a 72-year-old man and 14-year-old boy. More than 50 people were trapped when a 180-meter high slope gave way at the open cast mine in the Inner Mongolia region's Alksa left Banner area at about 1 p.m. on Wednesday. The death toll from the mine collapse has now risen to 4, while scores are still missing, according to the recent reports. The rescue operations have resumed after a massive landslide hindered the operations last night. More than 470 rescue workers have been working at the scene alongside 40 medical workers, team leader Wise Yu Juo told CCTV from the scene. An additional 200-member team has also been mobilized. I had just started work at 1:15 in the afternoon when I realized that rocks were falling from the mountain. A hospitalized miner was quoted as saying, "I saw that the situation was getting more and more serious and an evacuation was organized. But it was too late. The mountain just collapsed," he added. Chinese President Xi Jinping has instructed the authorities to do everything possible to search for and rescue the missing people, CCTV reported. Officials must use all their strength to rescue and treat the injured, protect the security of people's lives and property, as well as overall social stability, Xi said, according to the broadcaster. Premier Li Keqiang also demanded a quick investigation into the cause of the collapse. The collapsed coal mine is owned by Xinjiang Coal Mining Company and is located in the town of Alksa Lake. Phone calls to the mining company went unanswered on Wednesday evening.